Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Fans may have got a glimpse at Stephen Curry recruiting the Warriors' next superstar. It was the 2019 All-Star Weekend where Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant rose speculation of a possible union, with the superstar pair eventually teaming up on the Brooklyn Nets at the end of that season after leaving the Boston Celtics and Golden State Warriors respectively. That was a sign that the off-court relationships built at All-Star Weekend may be even more important than the event itself. Who knows what could happen down the road as a result of what happens when the best players in the world get together? Could Stephen Curry be trying to recruit the next Warrior star? The Warriors had been searching for another star to pair with Stephen Curry for over a year, before finally getting their hands on one in the form of Jimmy Butler in a blockbuster trade before the deadline. Golden State have started positively with a 3-1 record since Butler's arrival, but depending on how the rest of the season plays out, changes could still occur over the offseason as the franchise tries to prioritize the remainder of Curry's prime. Owner Joe Lacob has never been shy about trying to add superstar talent, and perhaps Curry could have helped those ambitions over All-Star Weekend. Take Kyrie Irving for example, with the Warriors having posted a photo of he and Curry in the locker room together on Friday. Irving has a player option for next season and is able to opt out of his contract and become an unrestricted free agent. All of a sudden his future has generated a little more discussion in the wake of the stunning Luka Doncic trade, with some more uncertainty over the future of the Dallas Mavericks. If Irving does opt out and take a look around in the offseason, then perhaps Curry could help convince him to join the Warriors. It's highly unlikely, sure, but the Mavericks have had interest in Draymond Green in the past in what could be a potential sign-and trade. Curry and Irving played together for Shaquille O'Neal's Team OGs in this year's new All-Star Game format, winning the multi-game tournament thanks to victories over the Rising Stars and Global Stars. Curry won his second Kobe Bryant All-Star Game MVP, having drilled 4 threes and scoring 12 points in the final. Irving has averaged 24.6 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 4.8 assists with the Mavericks this season, shooting 48.7% from the floor and 41.3% from three-point range. The 32-year-old exploded for 42 points against the Warriors on Wednesday, helping his team to a 111-107 victory at American Airlines Center. Jimmy Butler bold predictions after Warriors trade. Jimmy Butler may have been burning all of his bridges with the Miami Heat, but the Golden State Warriors still deemed him to be worth the risk. Butler, after all, is a proven postseason performer with a long track record of lifting some under-talented Heat teams deep into the playoffs, and the Warriors are hoping that he'd do the same for them, and as a sign of confidence, the Dubs even gave him a 2-year, $112 million extension immediately after acquiring him. Alas, Butler is already 35 years of age with a ton of mileage on him, so there is plenty of risk in the Warriors' trade for him. But the Dubs had to do something, especially with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green nearing the end of the line. Here are a few bold predictions for Butler and how he'll be getting on with the Warriors in their one last push for a championship in the Curry era. Jimmy Butler sustains injury prior to start of the 2025 NBA playoffs. Jimmy Butler is a warrior, both in a literal and figurative sense. He battles through heavy workloads and logs heavy minutes for when it matters the most. One of the most iconic playoff photos of all time is of Butler hunching down in full exhaustion after lifting the Heat to an upset victory in Game 5 of the 2020 NBA Finals to keep Miami alive in the series. But such doggedness is a double-edged sword. Butler's ability to take on heavy workloads also makes him susceptible to injuries. And now that he's 35 years of age, one would think that he's more prone to injuries than ever. With the Warriors having to do a bit of chasing to secure a playoff spot, Butler will be asked to play a huge role, which could make him vulnerable to some major wear and tear. Now, it's not as if Butler has chronic injuries that he has to manage, like Kawhi Leonard. His injuries are an assortment, and the injury that kept him out of commission of last year's playoffs was due to a freak collision with Kelly Oubre Jr., so it's not as if he's a risk to re-aggravate anything. It's not exactly in good taste to predict an injury. It's like wishing upon the downfall of someone. Thus, it's important to note that the hope is that Butler manages to avoid the injury bug and lead the Warriors deep into the playoffs as a result. That is the best-case scenario. But considering the task that lies ahead for him and the Dubs, he may have to spread himself way too thin just to try and get the job done, while falling short in the end. Butler and Draymond Green develop a healthy relationship on and off the court. Both Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green have the mindset that things must go their way. They are both expressive, and when something doesn't sit right with them, they waste no time showing it, be it in their words or their actions. This has led some fans to believe that the relationship between the two on the Warriors is a ticking time bomb ready to explode at any minute. Suns' Kevin Durant gets real on Warriors fans at 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend. The 2025 NBA All-Star Game returned to the Bay Area for the first time since 2000, when Oakland hosted the exhibition back in 2000. It was not only a big night for Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry, but also for Phoenix Suns star Kevin Durant. Curry won the All-Star Game MVP award, but he and Durant both received great ovations from fans in the Bay Area. Kevin Durant speaks on Warriors fans at NBA All-Star Weekend. Kevin Durant played 3 very successful years with the Golden State Warriors, winning NBA championships in 2017 and 2018 before falling 2 games shy in 2019, mostly due to suffering a torn Achilles tendon. Durant's departure from Golden State and the subsequent coverage around why he left ranged from reports of beef with teammate Draymond Green to rumors that he didn't get the love he thought he would from Warriors fans. While the Suns star has spoken on those rumors in the past, the 15-time NBA All-Star spoke with clutch points after Sunday's NBA All-Star Game and addressed the loud ovation he received from fans in the Bay Area. "I always felt the love from the fans in the Bay Area," Kevin Durant told Clutch Points. "Never thought for a second that I ain't get no love out here. And I heard people saying that I might not feel that love, and I didn't know it was this much love, but everywhere I go all around the world, countries have Warriors fans. And they always showed me love. Of course I heard the cheers. Especially Oracle, that's my home. We had a lot of great memories in the Bay Area, so we have a tight relationship, the fans and myself." The NBA All-Star Game also provided a rare opportunity for Kevin Durant to team up with former Warriors and USA Basketball teammate Stephen Curry, and it did not disappoint. "It's just so easy to play with Steph," Curry, the Suns forward, added. "He doesn't demand the ball, he doesn't have a demanding personality. He just plays within the flow of the game, and those are the types of players that are easy to play with." Kevin Durant on the ovation he received from fans in the 2025 NBA All-Star Game. "I always feel the love from the fans in the Bay Area. Never thought for a second that I ain't get no love out here. And I heard people saying that I might not feel that love and I might not know it." During Durant's 3 years as a Warrior, he averaged 25.8 points, 7.1 rebounds, 5.4 assists, and 1.5 blocks per game on 52.4% shooting from the field and 38.4% from 3. In 48 playoff appearances, including 10 NBA Finals games, Durant averaged 29.6 points, 7.1 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.2 blocks per game on 51.4% shooting from the field and 39.5% from 3. The Phoenix Suns and Golden State Warriors reportedly had framework in place for a trade that would send Durant back to the Bay Area ahead of the 2025 NBA trade deadline, but the deal ultimately fell apart. The Warriors then proceeded to trade for Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler, pairing him up with Curry and Draymond Green. In 41 appearances this season, Durant averaged 27.3 points, 6.0 rebounds, 4.2 assists, And 1.4 blocks per game for the Phoenix Suns on 53.2% shooting from the field and 40.4% from three. And you, fan? What do you think of Kevin Durant's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.